Hello everyone, welcome once again to this channel, and today we will learn about a new topic that is related to the other garden plants. So we'll start with the first topic, that is on palms. So let's start with introduction. In India, India abounds in many types of palms. They have so many types of palms, and some have been introduced and some have their own original habitat in India, like they basically grown only in India. Not like there are some palms, varieties of palms that are grown only in some particular part of India and not in the other state, and then not in the other nations. And then among different types, some are cultivated for their products of commercial value and some for ornamental purposes. So we'll know about the commercial value and ornamental purposes in the further slides. And still many others, many other palms varieties are grown wildly. And then the palms belong, like you have seen here, I have mentioned the first point, that is they belong to the family Palmaceae, or it's also called Ericaceae, and they come under the group of Monocotyledon. I hope all of you know what is Monocotyledon. Mono means single seed or single leaf. And then a cotyledon means a part inside a seed that look like a small leaf, which the developing plant uses as store of food. And then they are the first part of the seed to appear above the ground when it begins to grow. So this is Monocotyledon, and there are about 200 genera and 1,500 species of palms. Under that, there are so many types like tall palms, dwarf type of palms, medium. So tall palms, they range from like how much of their height. How much is their height? It's from 10 meter to 35 meter in height. And some dwarf type have a stem like so short that the leaf seems to come out of the ground, and others grow from 60 centimeter to 5 meter. And the trunk diameter, the diameter of the trunk, it ranges from 0.5 centimeter to 1.5 meter. And then like most of the palms are erect, and like there are so many examples that we will discuss in the further slides. And the fruit color varies from greenish white to deep scarlet, while size may be as small as pea or weight 20 to 25 kg as in the double coconut. This is about coconut, the fruit, because there are also like in palms, this coconut also, it comes under the palm family only. So, and then the root system, it differs from the dicotyledon. Like because you already know that palm is a monocot type or monocotyledons. So the root system it is different from the dicot variety, from the dicotyledon. And instead of a taproot palm send 1,000 of outgrowth like a root that divide and subdivide and reach long distance into the soil. So palm are prominent in the vegetable world for their grandeur, which is especially remarkable in regions where palms grow naturally to their full luxuriance. They are used as avenues, pot plants, etc. So we will see some of the important uses of palms. Now we'll talk about its uses. So there are several uses of the different parts of the palms. So the first we'll discuss about its leaf. So leaves, it is used for thatch and woven work. Like you make like many things out of the leaf. Example are like this type of palms, Corvoha and borassus. Okay, I'll give you the notes and you can see, you can check from the notes. And second is you can make fibers from the husk. Husk of what? Husk from the coconut. Okay, from coconut. And this one, palmyra, cordage, coir, mat, etc. Okay, so the very common example is coconut, that you can get husk from it. Okay, the top portion of the coconut is called like husk, so you can get that. And then the third is the vegetable. So there is palm cabbage. Okay, palm cabbage is used as vegetable and found from the heart of the most palm. Like most palm, they have this. Okay, they have this palm cabbage, so it's also used as a vegetable. And fourthly is wax. So is found from what? From the leaves of two palms. What are those two palms? That is Copernicea and Ceroxylon. Okay, so these are two examples, Copernicea and Ceroxylon, that you can get wax, okay, from this varieties of palms. And fifth is the seeds. So used as, they are used as beads or buttons, etc. The example are Caryota urens and Caryopsa australis. And now we come to sap. So sap, SAP, it is used for sugar making, vinegar, and fermented liquor. Okay, example, from what type of palm you can make sap is coconut and borassus. And now we'll come to the next, that is mature stem. It is used in buildings. The mature stem is used in the buildings, boat making, like making boat. Okay, नाव बनाने में use होता है. So example are like Caryopsa and then borassus. And number 8 is oil. So oil is found from kernel of coconut. It's very common, like coconut oil, especially in the south. Okay, they mostly use coconut oil. So oil, it is found from kernel of coconut. So these are also very important uses. Okay, uses of palms. Now we come to the second last, that is gum. Is used in medicine and derived from Phoenix palm. Okay, this is the name of a palm, Phoenix palm. So from this palm you can get gum, which is used as medicine. Okay, and lastly is about shell of fruit. So again, very common example, that is coconut. So coconut shell is used for what? For household utensil, right? I think this is very common, that they use it as a household utensil because it's like bowl shape, right? When they cut it in between, it's like bowl shape. So example, and the double coconut is chiefly used as beggar also they use it. Okay, and then so these are some of the example. Okay, the uses of the palms, that is of different varieties. Now we'll talk about the classification. So classification, the palm are divided into two main groups. Okay, before you classify, you have to divide it first into two main groups. That is the feather leaf or pinnate, and second is fan leaf or palmate. Okay, it's also called palmate. So according to this group, we have to classify the palms. So according to this, let's talk about the tall palms. So in tall palms, okay, tall palms they are suitable palms for those for avenue. Okay, making avenues in big gardens. Okay, so now you divide it into two group, that is fan leaf and feather leaf. So in fan leaf, the example is this one. I have mentioned here Borassus flabellifer, and then Caryopsa umbraculifera, and then Latania commersoni, etc. And then number B is this one, feather leaf, that is The example is again Caryota urine and Arenga sacha, etc. Okay, so second is that we'll discuss is about the small palm. So small palm, they are mostly suitable for medium size of garden. If you have medium size of garden, so you have to use this small palms. So now again you divide it into two, that is fan leaf and feather leaf. So in fan leaf, the example are like this one, Liculla gracilis, Liculla elenga, and then Liculla grandis. Okay, and feather leaf, the feather leaf, when we talk about feather leaf, the example are like this one, Areca lutein, and then Pinnaca spectabilis, etc. Now lastly we'll talk about the palms in the pots. So this is mostly used if you're making it pots. So if it's not suitable, like if you don't put it in the garden, if you put it like just outside your, just on your near your door or veranda, or even inside your house. Okay, so some of the example, okay, palms in pots are this one, when we divide it into two, that is fan leaf and feather leaf. So in fan leaf they are Levistonia, okay, Levistonia rotundifolia, and second is Liculla gracilis and Liculla elenga. Some are like same, okay. Some are like same, like this one, Liculla gracilis. It's even in the medium size also, right? So you can there are some small varieties of this also, and you can plant it in pots. And then number B is the feather leaf, that is Areca lutein. This is also in a medium size garden that I have mentioned it here in the second, okay, in the second part, that is related to small palm. So it can be also used as pot plants also, okay. And the second example is Cantia marcaturi, okay, etc. So these are some example. Here in this slide I have shown you I have put some pictures. The first two pictures is of tall palms, okay, is of tall palms, and they are divided into two main group. The first one is fan leaf, remember, okay, fan leaf. This is this one Borassus flabellifer, and the second is Caryota urens, okay. Second is fan leaf, and the first one is the feather leaf, okay. Remember that we have divided into two groups, right? And these two are the tall palms, okay, which are divided into two groups in fan leaf and feather leaf. Now second is this one. The second is the Liculla gracilis and Areca lutein. So they are small palms, okay. They are small palms, and they are like of medium. They are mostly like I have mentioned, they are mostly planted in small size garden. Here I have put in the pot this one, the Areca lutein, okay. So but you can even plant it in the small size garden, okay. So this is also this two, okay, Liculla gracilis and Areca lutein are small palms which are divided into two groups, that is fan leaf and feather leaf. Now lastly is the palms in pots. So the first example I have given here is Levistonia rotundifolia, and second is Areca lutein, okay. These are also that I have divided into two. These are palms in pots which are divided into two groups. First one is feather leaf, first one is fan leaf, and second is the feather leaf. So these are some images of what of the classification of palms, okay. Now we'll discuss about the selection. So while selecting the palms, two following important points should be kept in mind, okay. ये दो चीज़ें हैं जो important point है जो आपको याद करना है. That is, first is the selection according to locality, and second is according to utility, Okay, so we'll discuss about the first, that is selection according to locality. And under this there are three. Okay, that is, firstly is about the temperature region, and second is the subtropical region, and third is the tropical region. According to this climatic condition, you have to select the palms and you have to plan. Okay, I'll give you the names, the example, that which palms you should plant in this like temperate region, which should be planted in the subtropical region. Okay, there are so many, so I'll give you the notes and there you can check. Now, according to utility. So, according to utility, also according to utility, it's like this. First is the ornamentals, okay, for ornamental purposes, and then second is for economic purposes. So for ornamental, under ornamental comes pots, and then like which you plant mostly in the pots, okay, ornamental type of palms. And second is tall screen, okay, tall screen. And then after that is conservatory, and then after that is the ornamenting the low lying area, and then after that decoration of shady garden, interior decoration inside, okay, inside your house, interior decoration, and then avenues, then ground planting. So, and even this one, specimen in lawn and entrance of gate. Okay, near the gate you can do that also. Like there are some example. This all I'll give you in the notes so you'll understand more. Okay, because there are so many examples. If I put the photos, then it will be like too much. So I'll just give you the notes. So from there you can check, and you can check on your own, like from your net. You can get all the you can see all the, like the structure or the color or how is the structure, how it looks. Okay, so you will know when you check. So under ornamental is this, okay, that is like in the entrance gate, how you plan which type of the selection should be like this, like which type of ornamental palms that you have to plant near the gate. And then even avenue, like in the garden, like which type, okay, which type of palm you should plant. And then even in the interior decoration, which type of palm you should plant. Okay, so even in pots also, in for screen also, tall screen. So these are some example which comes under the ornamental. Now for economic purpose also, it is really important to keep this in mind. And for this also there are so many, like when we talk about economic purpose, obviously it comes this one, like related to business. Okay, so under this there are some example like Cocos nucifera, Borassus flabellifer. Okay, and then there are some examples, so I'll give you the names. So from there you can check. So this is related to the selection. Now we'll come to the multiplication. So when we talk about multiplication, obviously it's about propagation, how you're going to multiply it. So palms are generally multiplied by the seed, okay, by seeds. So seed is freshly collected and they are sown. Okay, so seed जो है उसको collect करते हैं, उसको sow करते हैं, like you sown it, या फिर उसको बोते हैं. And after that, at once they may germinate in 2 or 3 weeks. कितने 2 से 3 हफ्ते, okay, टाइम लगेगा उसको मतलब उगने में. So it will grow in 2 to 3 weeks after sowing, but often take 12 months, and in some cases as long as 3 years. Like इतना भी टाइम, like टाइम ज़्यादा टाइम भी लेता है in some types of palms, like 12 months or even 3 years. It really take time. So seed are even grown in pots, okay, pots or pans, as they have a long radicle which might be damaged if seedling are lifted from the ground. So you have to really take care, okay, when you do the plantation through seed. And then the plants are lifted with a ball of clay along to hardening in shade, and then transferred to the ground. Like firstly you have to plant it in the pots, okay, After that, when it start growing, then you have to shift it very carefully to the ground or to your garden. And then every year they are lifted, okay, every year. So long root they have pushed through clay ball or reduce its length and ball and slightly increase in size by the addition of more clay. And there are plants that send out offset, either united to the central trunk or growing on a rhizomatous root. Okay. So the former should be carefully removed. जो हमने पहले बोला था, बहुत केयरफुली आपको रिमूव करना है अगर आपको मतलब गार्डन में ट्रांसफ़र करना है. Okay, so from the pot you have to take it very carefully and then you have to plant it. And then you have to remove only if there are number of roots attached to the offset. So this is some like related to the multiplication. Now we'll talk about the management. Okay, so management, there are several points. Firstly is about the climate. So palms thrive best in what climate? In the tropical and subtropical climate, except few which like low temperature, okay, which have low temperature or which have very cool temperature. So in the cold temperature you won't find that much palms. So, and number B, okay, or number second is soil and situation. So palm do equally well in sand or clay. Okay, they are very grow very nicely in sand or clay type of soil. But in pots they should be provided with a good compost. अगर pots में आप उसको उगाते हो palms को, so आपको अच्छा compost उसमें mix करना है, including a tablespoonful of bone meal. For how much centimeter pot size? For one tablespoonful of bone meal, okay, the pot should be 25 centimeter in size, and teaspoonful for plant in 10 to 18 centimeter pots. So good drainage is essential. Okay, and mostly the following mixture is used in pots, that is 1 part old farmyard manure plus 1 part leaf mold plus 1 part of sand. And now we'll come to planting. So planting is done in the rainy season. So in which season you have to plant? That is in rainy season. And proper care of plants should be taken in winter season, because like I said that in winter season is a bit problem, like you have to take care of it, okay, during winter season. And then even in summer also, to protect them from loom and frost. Okay, and then after that it comes to feeding. So palm in the ground do not call for any help unless once they have established well. Okay, so good species may be given a handful of bone meals once a year. You can apply on it, and then once a year for the first few years. In case of potted plant, okay, if it's a potted plant, so at repotting time, bone meal, like if you do repotting, okay, that is you place it to another pots or to garden, okay, or to the field. So bone meal should be added, okay, to the compost also. So to the compost, bone meal should be added to the compost before mixture in the sand. And a couple of doses of sulfate or iron, okay, at rate 3 gram per liter of water is given when palms are prepared for show. And this should be applied 2 to 3 months before the day of show. And then after that comes watering. Okay, the palm should be kept in semi-shaded condition and watered according to the season, twice a day in the summer and once every 2 or 3 days in cool weather. Okay, because even in cool weather, like it become like frost and become cold, so that's why you have to take care there also, the irrigation. And after that it comes to pruning. So pruning deals mostly with the removal of old and unsightly leaves and fruiting cluster, okay, like unwanted or which are old plant or which are not good, you can damage one, you can prune it. And in clustering species, okay, it is often desirable to remove certain stems Sometimes it may be desirable to remove some balls should growing at the edge of the house, and after that become to pests and disease. So palms are free from all sorts of disease. They are free, they are disease free, but there are few pests. Okay, there are few pests which cause damage. Example like rhinoceros beetles. Okay, it has a hard coated body, this one, and it pierces into the heart of the palm. Then with distinct horns, it have horns on their head, so they used to pierce. Okay, they used to pierce the palm, and the use of kerosene, okay, or chloroform causes its death. So you can use that, but mostly plants in this verandas and in the outdoor decoration are attacked by mealybug and scale. Okay, mealybug and scale, and they are to be hand picked and destroy. You have to hand pick and destroy. You shouldn't spray on the palm only, okay, which you put on your veranda. So you shouldn't just spray on it, but you have to take it by hand, like use gloves, and you do hand pick. You pick the mealybug and the this one scale, and then you destroy it. Okay, lastly is the miscellaneous, that is replanting, and the planting should be done with super seedling obtained from government bona fide nursery, and close planting should be avoided by providing proper spacing, and old and unproductive palm should be replaced by new one. Removal of foreign vegetation like cashew, okay, from the midst of the coconut palms is necessary to avoid competition for soil. If you are growing coconut, so, and from the side you are growing cashew also, avoid that, because to avoid competition for the soil nutrient. Okay, otherwise there will be competition in the soil nutrient and moisture. And maintenance of good sanitation is essential to check the breeding of rhinoceros beetle. Okay, so you have to maintain a good sanitation, and once a week the foliage should be sprayed with water. So these are some some important point and related to palms.